Good morning, good afternoon. In case I don't see you, good evening. This is your flexitarian friend. Today we're going to talk about turning your passion into profits. Now, how do we do that? I'm sure that I know for a fact that everybody's good at something. We've all been endowed with some talents, as you know. It's been written in the great book of knowledge and the Bible and the scriptures. It's been written that we have some talents, and I truly believe that everybody is a genius at heart, and somehow through programming, during school, during life itself, we learn to doubt ourselves. What really keeps us from getting what we want is the self-doubt, is the negative belief, is the programming that you got, maybe when you were a child, or maybe when you were in a relationship, maybe along the way, maybe at work, somebody says something and all of a sudden you thought that it was true. So the most important thing, I'm gonna give you like five key points to start with on some of the things that you can do to change that. If you really know in your heart that you're really good at something, and some people has probably told you and said, hey, you know what, you'd be great at this. Have you ever thought about it and you go, no, not me? I was there at some point, and you know what that is? It's just self limiting beliefs. And so the first thing that needs to change is your beliefs, because it's easier to think that we're not good enough versus I'm good enough. I'm great. I can do this. So the key point in here is you gotta get rid of those limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering beliefs. So if you keep on saying to yourself, I'm not good at this, then you're really doing an affirmation that you're not great at that. But if you say, I'm not good at this yet, but I am going to find a way to improve this, then all of a sudden your mind starts to change. So it's as simple as changing the way that you think. I'm not instead of like letting life program you or people along the way program you. You take charge, and you are the one who decides what goes into here, because what goes into here and out of here. So the second thing is make a decision. Make a true decision and back it up with action. So if you say, I'm going to do something, I'm going to record a video every day, or I'm going to record a video every week, or I'm going to learn personal development, or I'm going to read certain books and apply whatever is in the book, get on it right away, immediately. I read the book several times, Think and Grow Rich. But if I have not applied some of the principles that are in there, I probably wouldn't be talking to you. And I mean, it's not just that book. There's so many books. In fact, I'm surrounded by books because that's something that I love to do. I love to learn from other people. And I go, well, how do they do it? And usually people they will give you the secret. How do they do it? And if they did it, I can do it myself. I know that if I apply myself in certain areas, I'm going to get what I'm looking for. So make decisions and make them quickly. Nothing worse than just waiting and him and ha. You ever read the book Who Moved My Cheese? This is little two characters, him and ha. So a lot of times we're like that. We're him and ha, and like, what should I do? Should I just do it? Just do it. Just do it. Even if you flop, do it. Right now I'm doing it because I don't care if I flop. I want to help, I want to contribute, and this is the reason why I'm doing it. You see how easy it is? I make a decision based on that belief. So it's a new belief. So acquire a new belief, and then the second one is make decisions and make them super fast. Back them up with action immediately. The third thing is changing your state of mind. Seriously, if sometimes a song might remind you of something depressing or something sad or maybe something happy. Well, the same thing is every day. Sometimes your state of mind, your state of being leads you to a way where you don't want to be. But who's in control? You are in control. I can easily sit here and I say I'm sad, but if I focus and I let that thought brew in my mind, eventually I'm gonna start backing it up with sad situations, thinking of people who made me sad. You know, if people don't make you sad, the truth is, you know, we make ourselves sad. Maybe what they did, you know, had something to do with us being sad, but what the most important thing is what you associate. They said that doesn't have to affect you. So you decide, you're in control. So that is a key point. Number three is the changing your state consistently all the time. So if you're not feeling optimal about doing something, go for a run, take a few deep breaths, do something, but change your state right away. So if you're feeling mad, take 100 deep breaths. You know, if you're depressed, go for a run, go do something else, do some sewing, do something. A lot of times, you know, when I don't want to face something, I'm guilty. You know, I'll start to eat, I start to snack until I realize, okay, this is gone enough. Eventually, you get to the point where you go, this is enough. I'm going to go do what I need to do instead of distracting myself. Um, Number four is find people that are already doing it. I cannot tell you, everybody's always said the same thing. I go to courses all the time. I never stop studying. I love learning from people, but most important thing, whatever I learn, and if it makes sense, I apply it. And so one of those things is I find people who are doing it. And I'm like, who's doing it? How do they do it? And I go and find out. Not only that, I don't stop right there. Who's doing it? Okay. And who taught them? Because nothing ever is is original. Everybody learned from somebody. So if it's possible for you to be listening to me and you ask the question, how did she do it? The same that you way that you are going to do it. You just take the action. You find somebody that you like, you model what they're doing, you find out who taught them, who did they study, how are they doing it, how you know how they're doing the things that they do. So model their thinking. You know, how do they think? For me, I'm a possibility thinker. I learned this from people that many years ago that didn't need to get stuck anywhere. One thing that stuck with me was tough times never last, but tough people do. And I realized because I put myself on the line, I realized that I was tough. And I realized that with God's help, I could actually stay on on the path of greatness, on the path of overcoming whatever my fears were. So never be afraid. And just know that you're here for a reason and a purpose. And something out there, you know it, is seeking for you. Just like whatever you're seeking is also seeking you. Um, the fifth key point is take action, consistent action. Sometimes I don't want to do certain things, um, but I do them. I do them because every time that I do them,